This morning, the 5 Taliban detainees exchanged for Sergeant Bowe Bergdahl are in the Persian Gulf nation of Qatar. Their life promises to be very different from the prison at Guantanamo Bay. Holly Williams is in Doha, the capital of Qatar. Holly, good morning.
Good morning. The 5 Taliban leaders have not been seen in public since their arrival here in Qatar. There's speculation that they are holed up in a building that used to serve as the Taliban's offices here, but when we visited, there was no sign of them.
The 5 Afghans were held alongside other long-term detainees at Guantanamo Bay, where many inmates have been kept in isolation in bleak conditions. All of them held senior posts in the Taliban government before the September 11th attacks. But under the terms of the prisoner swap that the US agreed to in return for Sergeant Bowe Bergdahl's freedom, they're now residents of the wealthiest country in the world. Qatar, a tiny oil-rich state where glitzy shopping malls jostle for space in the Arabian desert. Qatar uses its money to gain influence in the Middle East, but says it agreed to play the middleman between America and the Taliban for humanitarian reasons. This Taliban video claims to show the 5 Afghans arriving in Qatar this week, though so far they haven't been seen in public. Under the terms of the swap, they'll live here for a year and will not be allowed to leave the country. But then they'll be free to go wherever they choose, presumably Afghanistan, where the Taliban's deadly insurgency continues to claim both Afghan and American lives.
There are thousands of Afghans living here in Qatar. We spoke to one Afghan businessman this morning who told us he does not support the release of the Taliban leaders. And that could be another reason why the 5 men are keeping a very low profile. Gail?
All right. Thank you, Holly.